Zeta Chain. So, Zeta Chain is a very, very strong project. Now, price action's been really poor. So we've got to take a look at really what's happened with the price action, but we're going to take a look at where things are at. They've got a good amount of holders, which has pretty much been steadily growing. And given their net growth in terms of the ecosystem, things look pretty good here. Like I say, except for price action. So we'll take a look at everything to do with this. Now, before I get into it, if you're new here, this spreadsheet shows the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. In the videos, I showed myself buying up all of these cryptos. These were coins that I thought could do very, very well, make a lot of cash, which is obviously why I bought them. Now, you can see what they were all worth when I recorded my videos. These are the highs these cryptos hit 16 months on, and what your profits would have been from $100 into each of those coins. If you'd have done that for every single one in that time, you'd have made over 123 grand. Now, obviously, we're in a bull cycle right now. Bitcoin will be trying for new all-time highs, and altcoin season is kicking off. And if you have got cryptos you're not happy with or don't own any, have a look at copymycrypto.com. So this is the site I run where I share every single coin I own with my members. When I'm ready to buy or sell any coin, I tell my members the coin that I'm going to be buying or selling, the price that I'm going to be buying or selling at. So my members get in and out of crypto same price as me, they make the same profit, and they have no work to do at all. And if you go onto my site, you'll see some of the profits my members have made. You'll also see some of my past successes. These are public record. You can verify them all on the history of this channel. And if after doing that you like what you see and you want to hear more, you want to find out the cryptos I own, the ones I think are going to be the big winners of this bull cycle, like I predicted with so many of these. I mean, look at Phantom. I did a course on Phantom, why it was the best investment in 2020, went up nearly 700 times. So if you want to find out the winners I'm in now, all you've got to do to find out is join up on the site, guys. So Zeta Chain. So Zeta Chain right now has 87,000 holders. That has been steadily rising over the course of time, pretty damn well. Which again is a very, very good sign. Now, one thing what makes this special and different is it's the first universal blockchain that has native access to Bitcoin, to Ethereum, to Solana, and more. And they offer seamless UX and unified liquidity to the next billion of users, right? And I hear that a lot, to be honest. I hear a lot of crypto projects saying we're going to onboard the next billion users. But if it's a universal blockchain, it's got the potential to do that. With their universal Ethereum virtual machine, it can empower developers to build universal apps that operate natively across any blockchain. So this creates an ecosystem from a single platform. Very good idea. Now, Zeta Chain's founder was an early Coinbase employee and one of the creators of Basic Attention Token. Investors include all major market makers, top exchanges, early Coinbase and Binance employees, including Dan Romero, Sam Rosenblum, and John Yee, as well as major contributors to some of the biggest protocols in crypto, such as Polygon's JD Kanani. Advisors include Coinbase's first head of people, Natalie McGrath, who scaled the exchange from 10 employees to over 800, as well as Juan Suarez, who served as the in-house counsel at Coinbase. So again, don't forget, Coinbase have a huge reach, because Coinbase itself, it's a publicly listed company. There's not many. Well, it's the only one really in crypto. Okay. It is worth noting as well, it's on Coinbase, but it isn't on Binance. Still is not on Binance. And it's doing, it's sitting at a market cap of 212 million. Its volume isn't amazing. Now, I will say this, volume's 14 mil, but it does have plenty of days where it's been in the hundreds. Yeah. So I do think there's a very real shot that this can land on Binance. A Binance bounce is no joke. This coin would 4x probably straight off of that. And then it's got room to actually start moving. Its all-time high was $2.85. If it gets back to $1 off of a Binance bounce alone, it's got a very real shot of breaking its previous high. Now, there's a few things that we can look at here. So Zeta Scan, as of right now, there are 8.5 million unique addresses, which is pretty damn good. There's been over 191 million Ethereum virtual machine transactions. You've seen over 1.4 million cross-chain transactions. And you can check through and sort of see whether it's like the EVM transactions or the cross-chain transactions. You can see a little bit, but you can't see tons. You can also see liquidity. So there's a decent amount that you can have a look at, but really the ecosystem is where you want to take a look. So as of right now, 140 apps and services across the ecosystem. Now, infrastructure and tooling is kind of your standard stuff, whether it's the wallets, etc. I'm more interested in stuff like DeFi and the universal apps. So DeFi, there's quite a few different projects that look okay, not amazing. But the universal apps, so they've got Amana, they've got Beam, BitSmiley, Substance X, Dust Fun, and Pitch Lucy. Now, this is what you would want to see growing. Like, truly, if we're going to see this succeed, the universal apps is where the adoption in terms of development has to happen. Yeah, Zeta itself is staked crypto as well, so you can earn by staking. So you can explore, like we've just explored the Zeta Hub. They obviously have a grant system in place, so you can turn your world-class your ideas into world-class universal solutions. They are funding regularly. They've done over 40 different projects that have been funded. So Avalon Labs is one, like building the premier on-chain financial center for Bitcoin. Then it's a lending protocol. You've got DeFi with Amana Finance. So this is a yield aggregator powered by Zeta. And you've got Golden Finance, which is a perpetual DEX. Now, again, perpetual DEX is... I'm surprised we've not seen greater growth in them, especially when you factor in like the net success of centralized exchanges, perpetuals markets. You would have thought you would start seeing a little bit of DeFi start to try and break into that echelon, but we're not seeing anywhere close to it yet. Now, again, in terms of where they're at, things aren't looking bad here at all. There are around 40 different cryptos or so that are up and running across these chains via Zeta. This is mainly to do with, obviously, this is liquidity, but yeah, there's about 40 different coins that now have Zeta liquidity. There is more potential here. I would want to see potentially a bit more growth, a bit faster. But given that they've really only been around for, a year and a bit, that's not bad. 140 plus projects. They've got ties to Coinbase. They're listed on Coinbase. They've got over 8 million accounts on the network. Deutsche Telekom is one of the companies securing Zetachain. There's a lot here where you've got to be like, this isn't bad. Calories Cash, so this is 920 unique wallets interacted. This is a Telegram-based dApp on the Zeta blockchain that rewards users with tokens based on how calorie-dense their meals are. Just snap a food pic, let AI scan it and earn it. Interest is clearly growing. That's interesting. That is interesting. 98% of Bitcoin is stuck outside DeFi. Why? Because wrapped Bitcoin is broken. It's fixing it with native Bitcoin support. See, that's a thing, right? And I've spoken about this before. Actually, where all the biggest companies, all the biggest institutions own Bitcoin, if they want to start introducing Bitcoin into the DeFi world and start really capitalizing on Bitcoin to grow their portfolio, one way is going to have to be through DeFi, and we've not really seen the adoption there. Wrapped Bitcoin is a dodgy premise. We have seen some Bitcoins, like layer ones, that are building DeFi, like Stacks is an example of like a Bitcoin, layer 2 that's kind of trying to drag Bitcoin out of, trying to drag Bitcoin into kind of a DeFi world. Zeta Chain can do that directly, and it can also then do it with everything else. Interesting premise. I still think this legit has a shot of trying to crack not only the top 100, but crack the top sort of 50. I really do. I think there is a world that this could do very, very well. If it gets a Binance listing, a 4x is inevitable. Gets back to $1. I think this is kind of one that has the scope to go up to $5, maybe even 10. Maybe even 10, which would be massive gains. And obviously that's not necessarily the most likely scenario. But given the ties the company have and the people on the project have to Coinbase and big names, big investors, they've probably got enough about them that they can get a listing on Binance. I think that's probably a foregone conclusion in the next sort of year. And then from there, if they've got the listing during the bull cycle, this can garner some momentum. Like I say, they have steadily grown in terms of holders. And I think a Binance listing, all of a sudden, they'll probably double in holders in a matter of like a day, 2 days. And then interest continues to surge, trading volume rises, and more money flows into it. I think there is a very outside shot of $10 here, but the Binance listing has to happen. But in terms of a project, unique, they're trying to build something different. They're trying to build something that can work across the board. I like that. But what are your thoughts, guys? And look, I'm so close to 90,000 subscribers on this channel. All I need is your help to get over that threshold. All you've got to do that is subscribe to the channel. And look, I like unique projects. I like, I'm sick of seeing the copies of a code and then renaming, right? How many times have you seen a DEX that is just Uniswap, right? If there's a unique crypto project out there that you really like, that no one's talking about, tell me in the comments, because I always read the comments and I will happily do a review about it. I like to hear the unique ones. And there's got to be unique ones because there's millions of cryptos now. So let me know in the comments. And guys, look, we're in a bull cycle. If you're not happy with the coins you own, or you don't own any cryptos, get onto copymycrypto.com. Have a read through the site. On there, you will see some of the profits my members have made. You will see some of my past successes, which are public record. You can go onto the old videos on this channel. You can verify them all. On the site, I share with my members every single coin I own. When I'm ready to buy or sell any coin, I tell my members the coin that I'm going to be buying or selling and the price that I'm going to be buying or selling at. So all my members get in and out of coins at the same price as me. They make the same profit. They have no work to do. Like I say, read through the site, watch all the videos, verify it all. It's all public record. And if after doing that, you want to hear more, whether it's that you want to hear the daily market updates I give my members that will give you an edge if you're trading, or simply that you want to find out the coins I'm invested in, the ones that I expect to be the big winners of the cycle, like I predicted with so many of these. All you have to do to find out about them is join up. If you do, I'll see you there. Otherwise, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.